team ji.
Originally.
Yes. Somalia camp.
Start straight away because all are known to us, all the guests are known to me.
Hazur, would you enlighten us the difference between Prophet Isa, the Mahdi, and Mirza Ghulama?
There is no difference. In one way, there is no difference. Because in the present context, it's one and the same thing you're talking about. Because Al-Mahdi and Isa, according to us, are both titles. Titles to be applied to the reformer of the latter days, who is called Al-Imam al-Mahdi from the Islamic viewpoint. From the viewpoint of his great jihad against Christianity, the wrong Christianity of course, not the Christianity of Jesus Christ, but to rehabilitate the right original figure of Jesus Christ to the people of Christianity. He is entitled Al-Masih al-Maud. So he has two roles to perform in this world. One is basically related to the Ummah of Islam, which is that of Al-Mahdi, Imam Al-Mahdi. He will be their Imam, he will guide them, he will decide the issues in which they are, which they do not agree with, in which they do not agree with each other, and they have been conflicting with each other for the interpretations of this verse and that verse, interpretation of this hadith and that hadith. So all the feuds which have divided the Ummah Hazrat Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam are in fact based on some interpretations. Some interpret one verse of the Holy Quran this way, some others that way. So also the hadith are interpreted differently. So instead of one Ummah, the Ummah is split into 72 sects. How can they be brought together unless an Imam is created who will be guided by Allah Himself, so he sees with the light of Allah? Then he can sit on the chair of Qada, as it's called. He'll be Hakaman Adalan. He sits on the chair of justice and decides which one is right and which one is wrong, in which respect this sect is right and in what respect that sect is wrong. So that is the role of Imam al-Mahdi described in Ahadith, that he would be Hakaman Adalan. Now the same role is described in relation to Jesus Christ when he comes again. So that is why I said there is no difference, because we believe, and we have repeatedly pointed out, that the most important thing to be decided is whether old Jesus Christ is still alive or not. If he is dead, then it has to be someone else in his name who would come. And because we prove from the Holy Quran that old Jesus Christ is dead, so whenever he is named, whenever it is promised that he would come again, it always means somebody in his name and in his character. So it will be the Al-Imam al-Mahdi who would be entitled Jesus Christ. And that is why in one hadith of Ibn Majah, it is said, Lal Mahdiyo illa Isa. There will be no Mahdi other than Isa. So that difference which you thought there does exist, does not exist according to this hadith. There is no difference between Isa and Mahdi. You see, you have already been answered by Hadhrat Muhammad Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. You started with the question of how we will differentiate between Al-Mahdi and Al-Isa. You are asking this question now, 1400 years after. And Hazrat Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, 1400 years ago, before this question was raised to him, answered it in the light of God's guidance. Said, Lal Mahdi will listen. So that difference goes overboard, no more. So to whomever these two things apply, how can there be a difference between them and the titles? What is your profession?
Myself,
Yes.
accountancy.
You're an accountant.
That's
You-
how
yes,
I
yes,
qualified,
yes.
yes.
And what's your name?
Saeed.
And what is the difference between Sayyid and an accountant?
One is profession, one is my name.
But they don't, are they not present in you when
Yeah.
one person?
Yes, one is my title and one is my name.
That exactly is the answer to your question, your own question. Regarding the difference between Isa, Mahdi and Mirza Ghulam Ahmad of Qadian, that is his personal name, Mirza Ghulam Ahmad, and these two are his titles. And because there is no difference between these two titles according to Hazrat Rasul Akram Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, so no difference whatsoever.
Thank you, Hazrat.
Right. Yes, please.
Hasur explained to us how to become a good preacher, the
Right.
ilallah. What other teaching of Quran for those who listen to message?
Do you want me to explain how to become a good Da'i Allah? Is that right?
Yes, please.
And what was the second part of the question?
The second part is question is what other teaching of Quran for those who listen to the message?
Right. You see, first of all, I have been telling the Jamaat for so many years now that if you want me to answer this question in nutshell, in short, the best answer is to try to imitate Hazrat Muhammad Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. Because he was the Da'i ilallah created by God himself. And he was a model in everything for all the people, for all the times to come. So the short answer, and very comprehensive one for that matter, is that we should try to find out more about the ways of Hazrat Muhammad Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam in relation to his office to call the whole world to the path of Islam or to God. And all these traditions are well preserved. And they are the traditions in which there are no two opinions between Sunnis and Shiites, one sect and another, Hanafites and Shafis, etc. Now that is the beauty of this, that these traditions, they do not relate to beliefs and dogmas, so people have not interfered with them, they have not interpolated with them, they left them alone as pure. So there will be no disagreement as far as the style and approach and attitude of Hazrat Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam is concerned towards preaching. So that is the treasure for us, uninterpolated, undiluted, pure as it was in its original pristine purity. So you better study the ways of Hazrat Rasul Akram Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, how he did it. Number one, you will discover that he did it without fear.